Welcome to Mommy Issues, a podcast where an ex-reality TV star mom
and her reality TV loving daughter
bridge the gap between their generations through celeb news, all things Bravo,
and their own personal mommy issues.
Okay.
What are you eating? Grilled cheese?
A turkey Reuben.
You made it yourself?
No.
I knew you had bought it because the color on that, the grill,
It's
like
too beautiful.
It's like something I would.
You know where it's from?
Where?
Time Cafe.
Oh, I love Time Cafe.
I can't get enough. I love it so much. Hi everybody. Welcome to Mommy Issues.
Welcome to Mommy Issues,
where we talk about mommy issues. How are you?
When you think about it, everybody that we talk about
has
probably has mommy issues because
for sure.
That's why they behave the way they do.
Agreed.
Do I look terrible?
No, you look great.
You know what? Listen, babe, I could have boogers coming out of my nose. Well, I would tell you if you look bad. Do
I look bad?
Yeah. Terrible. I'm kidding.
Okay, let's get to it. Highlights and lowlights of the week. You start.
What? Shit, I had highlights. Hold on, let me put this on do not disturb.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay. I have highlights. Can you go first? Because
sure.
I forgot.
My highlight just kind of happened. Jolene and I went to go see an apartment that we hated because we hate everything. But it was in an area of where he used to go to school, like when he was in elementary school. It's like
Crossroads?
No, it's a Catholic school. This is like elementary school.
Okay.
And we've been talking about wanting to baptize Lola. And I was like, we should do it at a church that you were a part of at some point, instead of just like randomly looking for.
When is that, by the way?
We're thinking February.
Okay, well, give me the dates.
February.
I'm the godmother, right?
You're not. So we were like, he passed me by the church, and like from the outside, I'm like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. And he was like, let's see if we can go in. And obviously it's Friday, like there's kids in school, and we weren't thinking or whatever. So we just like drove up, and there was like a security guard. And we were like, we were wondering if we can look inside the church. We're thinking of baptizing our kid, whatever. And he was like, what? I don't think that's possible. It's private property. Like I'd have to ask people, whatever. We're like, don't worry about it. We'll call and we'll schedule a time to come see it. So we like drove off and then made a U-turn, and the security guard is like flagging us down. We're like, what the hell? So we pull over, and it was like this woman who like came up to the window. I guess she like runs the school, and she's like, hi, can I help you? And Jolene was like, yeah, I used to go here. And she goes, what's your name? She goes, Jolene Stapleton. She goes, I remember you. And I'm like, she's so full of
course
shit.
she does not.
She remembered him. She's like, you didn't graduate. You were here for elementary school, but then you left. And then you were here with Alec Egan. Like literally.
Oh my God.
Whatever. And
you know why they came out, right? Because they knew that Lola's the chosen one.
Yeah, that's why they were like, wait a minute, I sense something.
I sense that whatever. Do you remember that movie where it was like a little kid that was like in a little cage, and he would just eat a leaf? I forgot what it was. It was called like The Golden Child.
I never saw it.
Okay, well, whatever.
So she was like, please come in, like come see the church, all this stuff. So I literally just wanted to physically see it. It's so pretty inside. Also, PSA to everyone listening, I'm not like religious. We're doing the baptism for the culture.
You know what?
Why I'm doing the baptism? I'm doing the baptism so we can have lunch after and have a cake. Like that's
not true. That's not true. First of all, Mike, I have a question. Don't you want my baptism gown, which you and Gatti both wore?
Oh yes, so cute. I would love that. For it? I didn't know we still. First of all, I didn't know that when that was passed down.
Animals. We're not animals.
Okay, well, whatever.
Okay.
I needed the caveat. I don't want people to think that this is a religious podcast.
Well, it's wrong that you say that, because
no,
were raised. I have a Jewish boyfriend,
and I have issues with the church itself. So
I have no idea why.
Tough.
Every religion has their issues, but I went to Catholic school for 12 years. You went to Catholic school. Well, you went to Episcopalian school, which is Catholic light. But whenever
light.
Ken says something like Jesus was a Jew and he was a good guy, but he wasn't the Messiah, it bothers me because no, I'm not programmed. I believe in Jesus. I believe,
great,
and that's great. And
I
I'm
believe
not
in
super religious.
I'm not super religious. I believe in a higher power. I have some faith, but I don't believe in the church. My issue is with the church. It's not about
the church. Okay.
the Catholicism. It's the church and the Bible and whatever. But anyways, I digress. We went into the church.
Oh shit! Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Wait. No wonder it's so dark in here. Wait.
Let me think about my sandwich while you're gone. ASMR.
This is why I looked weird. I looked dark. Just keep eating.
And by the way, there's no fucking difference from what it was before. Just FYI.
Whatever.
Okay. So we go into the church and then we met the priest, and the priest sat us down in his office and like printed all the paperwork and all the stuff. Blessed Lola. We put the date in the books. Like it's all set up.
When's the date?
I'm not going to say it on the podcast.
Nobody's going to, Beba.
Nobody you don't think people want to go to the baptism of Lola,
nobody gives
Anya
a fuck.
Stapleton?
And nobody knows what church it is. Can you tell me the date so I write it down?
February 4th. February 4th. 11:30.
But
I'm just eating. I'm so hungry.
Okay, where's Lola?
No idea.
Okay, highlight. That was your highlight.
What's your highlight? My low light is, remember the social media app I told you about called Be Real?
Yeah.
I downloaded it because I was like, I feel like everyone's on this and I have no idea what's going on. And I was like, I want to be real. I'm going to be real. I downloaded it at like 11 o'clock at night. I was watching something with John Liam, and to actually get onto the platform, like you have to take a Be Real photo right then.
At that moment. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that.
When I tell you that I had a fucking panic attack, like, because it counts you down. It's like, you have 2 minutes to be real.
Bumble and stuff like that.
I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And then I was like posing and like fixing my hair and all this stuff. And Jolene was like, you're literally not being real. And so my low light is that I can't be real. Like I am an Instagram bitch.
No, you're not. You don't even put Ken.
Oh my God.
Menopause.
But this is why people don't watch us or listen to our fucking
I'm
podcast.
just trying to tell him to, he knows what that means. Take down the AC or whatever. Okay. Highlights. Randomly going to New York this week. So fun.
Oh,
yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, Glenda's living in New York for a month or a little bit more, because of her work. And she's getting this like big award of the most important woman in banking in the history of the world and all that. So
hell yeah, Glenda. Speaking of baptisms, that's my godmother.
Yeah. And so what was I saying? So yeah, so I'm going on Thursday and coming back on Sunday, and then I'll be here one day and then I leave to LA. And so, me being on a plane, I love that. And I get to see Glenda get the award. But the funniest thing in the world is Glenda, like we're talking about, what's she going to wear, whatever. And she has to be so conservative because she's a banker and the most important woman banker in the history of the world. And I'm like, I could never be a banker. I hope you're not expecting me to pull out some, like
you're going to show out for the both.
No, I'm not because I don't really, listen, I know how to dress appropriately, but it's certainly not going to be like, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, that's my highlight. My low light. What do I have as a low? Honestly,
you have to have a low light. You have to have one. It's so unrelatable to not have one.
I just don't remember.
Okay, well, if something comes up.
My gutters need replacing.
There you go. Your gutter needs replacement. That's
my
a low
gutters.
light.
Gutters, not a gutter. The gutters. When you become a homeowner, you'll know.
Okay, well, don't rub it in my face. I'm not. It's a crazy market. Okay. Let's get into some gossip.
Let's do it.
There's some stuff. Okay, first of all, I know I don't want to talk about Kanye because I think he's disgusting, but I just want to say that this podcast does not stand with Kanye West. He's going off on the whole anti-Semitic bullshit. Like, it's really bad.
Of course.
It's really bad. Even like Balenciaga, who like adores Kanye, has just like decided to part ways with him. And I urge every person that he works with to do the same. And I urge everyone who is a fan to look deep inside of yourself and ask yourself why.
Oh my God. I have a highlight that you don't even know.
What?
And I honestly, I keep thinking it's a mistake. Kim Kardashian sent me the Skims houseware stuff.
You are lying.
No,
you're lying.
I can go get it.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Are you a part of, you're on her PR list?
I've never gotten anything from her before.
We need to strategize how you're going to post about it. And you have to include me so that I get on the PR list. What do you mean? Well, that's insane. And by the way,
I'm saving it for when you move to your new place.
I want it.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know.
First Anna Wintour inviting you to Vogue World Fashion Week. Third row.
Listen. I honestly think I got on some list, like Anna Delvey, remember?
Yeah,
like
you're Anna Delvey.
I'm just on some list that somebody put me in, and then suddenly I'm getting all this shit.
I mean, hell yeah, let's try to not get off that list. That's a dope.
Well, I shouldn't have said that. It's like, yeah, of course, Kim sent me whatever. What I want is for her.
Kim is not going to listen.
Yeah, you don't think so? This. I want the other Skim stuff, which everything is sold out.
This is Skims right now.
Yeah. I know.
I like give all my money. I'm wearing the nursing bra from Skims. I'm wearing the tank top from Skims. Like, nothing makes me look skinnier or better. I shouldn't say skinnier. Nothing makes me look hotter.
Okay, stand up. Let me see. Show us.
I'm in pajamas, but the top, look, my boobs.
Good. Yeah, you look good.
Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to say the Kanye West thing because I just don't want, because we've talked about him on the podcast. We've never talked about him in any high regard, but I just want to say, like, we do not stand with this man.
And you know what, though? I believe that these are the things that people should get canceled for, not like any other little shit. Like, absolutely. This kind of stuff.
This is warranted. I mean, it's really, he's just off the rails and like just doesn't care. So,
by the way, unrelated, but also, they found Kevin Spacey not guilty.
I saw that. That's really alarming.
You think you think he was guilty?
Mommy. Yeah.
There was a lot of evidence.
It's the way that people still say, it's the way that people still say Bill Cosby allegedly did this, allegedly did that. The way people still say
Bill Cosby's in prison.
Sorry, not Bill Cosby. I mean Michael Jackson. How people say allegedly before saying something regarding Michael Jackson. It's like, no, not allegedly. It happened.
So
you just want to keep listening.
Boycott him, right?
Yeah, I don't listen to him publicly.
It's a shame, right?
It is. It's so fucking
good.
Shame.
It's like,
does that mean that we crown a new king of pop? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Who would it be?
I'm going to say something controversial. People are not going to like it, but it's Justin Bieber.
You're right.
It is. Right.
Yeah, it is.
He's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. This is my favorite news that has ever hit page 6.
Okay.
James Cordon has been 86'd from Balthazar. Did you hear about this?
What did he do?
You know what 86 means, right? I'm just saying, I worked at a restaurant. You never worked at a restaurant? You don't know the lingo the way that I know the lingo?
Okay. Why?
Okay. This is just so savage. The owner of Balthazar posted on his Instagram.
Keith, I know him.
You know him?
Yeah, of course I know him.
Okay, well, I think he's a lunatic because he just like, he flip-flops so quickly. But he basically said, James Cordon is a hugely gifted comedian, but a tiny cretin of a man. And the most abusive customer to my Balthazar server since the restaurant opened 25 years ago. I don't often 86 a customer, but today I 86 Cordon.
Good for him.
And then he gave instances of what happened, which basically like, it's what happens with every single encounter a server has with a celebrity at a restaurant, where it's like something happened with the food. They acted like an asshole. And then, people found out about it, but then,
not okay.
But not like 4 hours later, he's put up another post saying, James Cordon just called me and apologized profusely. Having fucked up myself more than most people, I strongly believe in second chances. Like, now he's fine. It's like, stand your ground, Keith. Come on.
And James Corden will never go there again anyway.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want people to think he's an asshole.
Look, but I've said this before. I'm not going to say hate. I am not a fan of James Corden. Me and my friends have like this thing about him. Like, you can just tell he's like Ellen in that there's
this underlying thing and this feeling of superiority and the whole thing. And then
in Hollywood, people know he's not good to work with. He's kind of an egomaniac. And like what I told John Liam the other day when I was telling him the story, I've told everybody because I love it so much. I was like, if I was an A-list celebrity, the best thing you can do to make sure that you are like well received by the community, eat at a restaurant and be nice, because word of mouth is everything when it comes to like, oh yeah, I like saw her at a restaurant. She smiled at me. She was so nice. She took a picture with me. Oh, like that goes such a long way.
It does.
You need to be nice to the little people.
Yes.
It's really that simple. I
want to tell you something that I think you should know, that 86 is not a restaurant term.
Oh.
And that's been around since before I was born. And it just means like, drop them, get rid of it.
Do we know the origin?
No, I don't know the origin.
But you need to point your mic closer to your mouth.
The fact that you think that it's you've never worked at a restaurant, so you don't know whatever. So just letting you know that you're full of shit.
Okay, well, you're full of shit too. Okay, did you hear about the Jason Sudeikis, Olivia Wilde nanny drama?
Oh no. I saw something about her nipples.
What? Oh yeah, at the Academy.
I just heard it, but I didn't see it.
She wore a dress that like she showed her nipples. She looked
Nipplegate.
Amazing, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis' nanny did like a tell-all for Page 6 or Daily Mail, either one, whatever.
Just an interview or a book?
No, an interview with screenshots of messages. Okay, but listen to this. Okay. The nanny added, he started telling me details of her relationship with Styles, and he said she put the move on him. She put the first move on him. Okay. She kissed him at one of the dinners they had for the cast in Palm Springs. Hold on. There's like a salad dressing gate that you need to know about because you're a chef. Okay. So basically, Olivia Wilde was making a dressing for a salad to go to a dinner party that Harry Styles was going to be at. And Jason Sudeikis was basically saying like she was making like the dressing, like I guess his favorite dressing, like he knows like it's a very special thing. So what he did was like go to her car and like lie down in front of her car so she wouldn't leave. It was like a whole thing, but she posted on her Instagram when all of these screenshots and stuff came out. Jason and Olivia came out with a joint statement being like, it's really upsetting that our nanny did this. Like they actually came together for this statement to be like, this is fucked up. Like this is our kids. This is our life, whatever. But that night, Olivia Wilde posted the salad dressing recipe. Do you want to know the basic ass salad dressing recipe that this is? You're going to die.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
No, you know exactly what it is. What is it?
Okay. But is it a balsamic? Like, is it mustard?
It's a vinaigrette.
It's a vinaigrette. So starts with Dijon and balsamic and olive oil and salt and pepper and honey.
No, this is the thing. I'm like, this dressing can't be that good because it doesn't have the honey.
Yeah.
All it is Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard,
lemon juice,
2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 6 tablespoons of olive oil. Yeah. That's what I think. Get closer to your mic, woman. This is an audio medium.
Sorry. That sucks. That has like no flavor.
It's so stupid, but I just thought it was so funny that this it was like the dressing that set the world on fire. Dijon, Great Grey Poupon came out with a bottle called Dijon Darling or something, like Don't Worry Darling, and it has the recipe for the vinaigrette on the bottle. incredibly fast.
But that's, that's how you have to, in the days of television advertising, but now everything's at the speed of light. Advertising people have to be on their
really
game.
Fast.
Yeah. Good for them.
Good for them. I just thought it's also like, I hate the word triggered, but I'm going to use it because I don't know how else to say
that word.
When it said that Jason Sudeikis lied down in front of Olivia Wilde's car to stop her from leaving. Yeah. I've had a situation like that I can recall the way that I felt in that moment of like a scary boyfriend doing like scary stuff in a car.
Let's just call a spade, Nico.
Don't, mommy.
Who else could it be?
John Liam?
No.
Okay. Well, whatever. It was, I just have, it just like sent chills down my spine because I just remember like this thing happening with the car. It's just scary. Regardless of whether or not Olivia Wilde was with Harry Styles and it got muddy in between the Jason ending and Harry starting,
there's kids involved. I just don't understand why people do that. And it's so, they don't realize the harm that they're doing because everything now online is forever.
Yeah.
It's forever. So it's like for a second of self-gratification, for instant gratification or whatever, you're fucking up your children later and making a mockery of your family and everything else. And you know what? Like I don't know. I feel like just because you're divorced, you don't have to destroy each other.
No, this whole thing has just gotten out of hand, completely out of hand. I feel very bad. I feel bad for her too. Like, I know I've said I'm not a fan of her because she lied about something and now she's like blowing so much smoke up Florence Pugh's ass and like saying like just being so overly complimentary of her that it's very clear what she's trying to do. She's just trying to like Michelle Obama go high when they go low type of thing. And it's transparent. And I find it to be horseshit. And I don't like that.
Oh my God. Speaking of that, did you watch the promo of Housewives of Miami?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Let me tell you, I love Gertie. I think I love her. But it was so funny when she said, because we need to put women on pillars.
Oh, yeah.
And go on. Like,
that is the epitome of Miami.
Oh my
just like
God.
Listen, there's like a language barrier.
And by the way, I bet nobody thought anything of it.
No, they're like, yes, pillars.
No, pillars for sure.
Oh man, yeah. It's actually something I would say, so I shouldn't talk shit. Anyways, the whole thing with the nanny is like, at first I was like, why would she do this? Like, why would she do the screenshots? Is just very vulnerable and like that's too much. But
why would the nanny do it?
Yeah.
Money.
No, I know it was truly because of money, but she was asking for severance and they were saying, we didn't fire you. You left, even though Jason Sudeikis clearly fired her. So they should have
given her severance.
Exactly. And then she wouldn't have done this bullshit, but yeah, just crazy. Yeah. This whole thing has just gotten out of hand.
Anyone that has no information, anybody that has information on you makes you vulnerable.
By the way,
everybody that works with me, like I make them sign a non-disclosure, but they can still
talk.
Disclose stuff. Right. Of course I could sue them. But what I'm saying is it doesn't keep them from talking.
Let me tell you something. I have some info about the Olivia Wilde, Florence Pugh of it all. I do. Like insider info that I cannot say because it would.
Oh, I know where you got it too.
But all I will say is for anybody thinking
it's not Florence.
No. Well, anyone who thinks like, well, does Florence hate Olivia? Florence Pugh fucking hates Olivia Wilde. That's all I will say. Yeah. And that is confirmed.
No, I know the horse. I know the horse's mouth you got that from. So I know it's true.
Just exclusive, but I can't say anything else because I will.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't think anything will happen to me, but
I think that relationship is at the halfway mark at best.
What do you, Harry and Olivia?
Oh yeah.
So here's my question. Why did you think Pete and Kim would last, but Olivia and Harry wouldn't, when it's the same exact thing?
No, it's not the same thing.
Yeah,
Kim
it
is
is.
bigger than Olivia.
In terms of age difference and stuff?
Yeah, no, but it wasn't the age difference that made me think that.
What was it?
Pete
Personal preference?
Okay, so Pete has big dick energy, but he's ugly, and he's he's Staten Island, and he's got really bad dark circles under his eyes, which I'm sure is precursor to some disease.
He does. He has an actual condition, so you can't say that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But so there's that, and then Kim, and I'm not a huge fan of Kim Kardashian, but Kim Kardashian.
Mommy, don't say that. She just sent you Skims. Take it back.
Right, sorry, but she's like the freaking biggest star in the world. Like there is nobody. You can go to Rangoon where people are wearing meat helmets, okay, and ask them if they've ever heard of Kim Kardashian, and they would say yes.
You said this last week, just
okay. And if you ask them if they have ever heard of Olivia Wilde, they would go,
they say, yeah, Nipplegate.
No, they would think it's Oscar Wilde or somebody else like that. Harry Styles makes more sense with like a Kim Kardashian. I think he will get bored with Harry Styles. I mean, he'll get bored with Olivia and all her drama stuff. And the truth is that she's we already know that she lies. She does things that are not cool. Like, all of it, I don't think it's a good mom when you do things like that could potentially affect your kids. Kim really does protect her children. So I don't know. I just don't
be out here calling people bad moms.
That is evidence of bad parenting on both ends. But here's what I'm saying, that when you date up or date down, right? Mm-hmm. Kim was dating down. Olivia is dating up.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so that's why I thought one would last.
Okay,
and fair. Kim was really needing love, and she was having fun because he was younger and all this stuff, and she needed that kind of affection because of the ordeal she went through with Kanye. So I thought it would last for that reason.
Okay, all fair, all makes sense.
Mommy is always right.
Mommy is always right. Speaking of Kim, it's her birthday today.
Oh, really?
Wish her happy birthday. So you stay on that PR.
Happy birthday, Kim. Thanks so much for this Kim's Home collection.
Oh, it's the home collection. So the like cement bullshit.
Right. And everything's round. You know how I hate round things? Does it weigh
you do?
I hate everything round.
What do you mean?
I don't like anything. I don't like round things. You know those houses that have a round window? It could be the most beautiful house in the world.
What about an arch? Do you like arches?
I don't like arches. I like straight lines.
I love an arch.
Well, because you like Mediterranean. I like straight lines. I like symmetry. And I don't like circles. I don't like round anything. Maybe a round dining room table if you have enough room, because it's just so conducive to great conversation during dinner. But that's it. Nothing else round in my house.
Okay. We're not going to unpack that, but I feel like there's got to be something deeper there. There's got to be.
I don't know.
Maybe you don't feel whole.
Maybe I feel round.
Maybe you feel round and you're triggered.
I'm triggered by that.
By round. Speaking of Kim Kardashian's birthday, you know what I hate so much? I think I've said this on the podcast. When it is somebody's birthday, whether it's a celebrity or a normal person, the reposting of other people's birthday wishes.
Oh yeah, I never do that.
I have to mute them that day, especially on Kim Kardashian, where everyone is going to wish you a happy birthday.
And she reposted it?
Mommy, she reposts every single one.
But she has somebody doing that for her.
No, I think she's doing it herself. She's like, I look cute there. Repost. Oh, I look cute there. Repost. It's too much. Did you watch Kardashians?
No, I haven't. I'm going to catch up.
Okay. This to me was like a big revelation. It's not like anyone has talked about it, but I'm shocked that they haven't. They go to Miami for her Skims swimwear launch. And when she's there, I mean, it swarms of paparazzi taking photos, all this stuff. They do like a little PR dinner, and then they get back to the hotel room. Khloe Kardashian is there and she's like partying, and she's pissed at Kim because Kim is on her laptop approving photos. And she's like, Kim, come on, let's hang out. She's like, I have to approve these photos because they go to print tonight. They show a clip of the photos. They're paparazzi photos. So we've talked about this. I know that
no, but they've admitted that. Like this is
okay.
Like Chris has control over
all the paparazzi photos.
Yeah, because if you listen, if you're friends with if paparazzis want to be friends with people who, you know, are that famous and that getting their pictures is important. So photo. Now they know that one day you post a really bad picture from a really bad angle, that's it. They're never going to. Yeah. So there is, yeah.
But here's the other thing. Then she's on her phone. And again, like Chloe is like partying. She's like, come on, Kim, whatever. And then Kim goes, I'm editing. And then she like stops herself. So she was saying she was editing her photos.
But Beva, when you're a public figure like that, you have to control your own image.
Of course, I'm saying the editing.
We don't want her to be like Kim Kardashian. She's just like us. We don't want that.
No, I know. I'm just saying there's been so much controversy around photoshopped photos of Kim, where she's making herself look a lot thinner, eliminating parts of her body to be like mini, and then she claims that she doesn't edit them. So to say I'm editing them and then not take it out of the show that you're executive producing,
could also be lighting, could be whatever. So,
I know, but she stopped herself while she was saying her. I don't know why you are either, because I should be defending her. I was just shocked by it, is all I'm saying. Listen, like I said, and they could be real. So
they could have kept that out of the show.
That's what I'm saying.
They could have easily kept it out. So I don't think it's as meaningful as you think. But
I'm just
whatever.
Looking into bullshit. Okay. Well, last thing I have for celeb news is Taylor Swift's new album came out today at midnight. It's called Midnights. And let me tell you, it is peak Taylor. And it's
you're like a 12-year-old.
I know.
I would never listen to that.
I know. But it's good. Listen, I
had to go to several of her concerts. Honestly, I can't.
I love the last concert I went to, which was the Reputation tour. So good. And I dragged John Liam and he was so upset about it. And when it was over, he was like, that was really good.
She's such a bad dancer.
Oh, terrible. But here's the thing. When you listen to her voice live versus like from an album, it's the same. Her storytelling is amazing. She writes her own lyrics. I admire that.
Oh no, I
like a storyteller.
I remember when she started, she was a country music person. I remember when she
what I remember? Like yesterday, mommy, we were in the Coral Gables house. I was upstairs in my room. I came downstairs. It was like the morning.
A Coral Gables house too.
Okay, I'm talking about the
big
bigger
house.
one. I'm talking about the mansion. Okay. I came downstairs and you were watching the Today Show and you were like, Beva, there's this girl on TV that you're going to love. She's a country singer. And I was like, I don't listen to country. And then I heard her song and I was like, wait, I like her. And it was Taylor Swift. You discovered Taylor Swift for me.
I have always been right about everything. It's kind of.
Okay, relax.
Kind of eerie. No, you'll see. You'll see.
You'll see.
You have a daughter now. You will see.
Yeah.
You will understand everything. All the crazy stuff, the toxic boyfriend, all of that. You would kill that person if they did that to Lola.
Oh my God, I would.
Okay, then yeah.
Okay. Bravo. Beverly Hills Reunion. Did you watch part 2?
I did watch.
To me, the biggest thing was the Crystal versus Kyle of it all.
Yeah. Crystal is outnumbered because she's a millennial and her way of thinking is like, it's the woke Olympics all over again.
Woke Olympics.
And she keeps trying to revert back to something that's gone. It's dead. It's glue.
By the way, I did not know that thing.
Of course you didn't, Dorito.
Whatever.
So I don't understand. It's not the same,
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't compare. But I also think Kyle does not know what else to do. Kyle is at a point in her life where I see her having a crisis.
Yeah.
And there's many things happening. It is, she's getting older. She just had a facelift. She looks fantastic. She lost weight.
She had a facelift?
Yeah. But
sure?
they did a great job. She's lost weight. Okay. She had that amazing photo shoot where she looks unreal. You saw it?
She does. She looks amazing.
Oh my God. Like she's never looked better.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, we all want that at some point. I'm sure it won't be long before I have a facelift and do whatever I have to do. But I think the fact that Mauricio got his own show,
it spooked her.
I think it did, because remember that show, which is like Selling Sunset, it's the same kind of the same franchise. And the way that works is that he's going to be surrounded by young, beautiful women, because
Hot
that's
girls.
what sells that show.
It's true.
I do think that they have a solid marriage, but I think that we all feel insecure. And, you know, this whole thing, I think she really does care about her sister. And I think this whole thing is just, I think she should go back to like acting or whatever and get off this shit. Oh, wow. I think it's old already. You know what I mean?
What's funny? I still stand with Kyle. I like her.
Oh no, I like her too.
There's something about her that I'm just like, yeah, I like and like her fight with Crystal. I talked to Gotti about it, and Gotti's like, I'm team Crystal. And I'm like,
of course,
I am not.
Team Crystal.
I'm team Kyle. I think Crystal is annoying. And I think she's just trying to fight for her right to
stay another season.
Yeah.
And that I think is the problem. That is the problem
with all of these women,
with all of the shows, because what's happened over the years, now it's been decades. And so we know the pattern. It's like, what's your storyline? Is it good enough for the next year? Is it whatever? Yeah. It's so funny because I watched this thing called, I forgot what it was, like the reading room or something like that from BravoCon, which is so funny. You haven't seen it yet?
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Oh my God. I think you'll have some comments about the desperation. But at one point, Andy asked Vicky Gunvalson if she had a boyfriend, and she said that yes, and that it was serious, and that poor Vicky, you know, everybody's always serious. And I hope she says, no matter what, even if I came back to house, I would never put anybody that I'm in a relationship with on TV. And it's like, you'll never get on Housewives.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole reason. That's the whole reason I was downgraded to friend, because Mark refused to be on the show.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have like what? It's just this very limited part of my life. So I don't know that she realizes what she did. And then the other thing
says that, but then it's not true.
I thought that the other thing that was really funny was, I just feel like Tamara's in the catbird seat, you know, and Heather, she actually said that everyone's kissing her ass, which I think is so funny because I bet it's true.
Heather's
because Tamara's
ass,
because she comes out guns a-blazing.
Oh yeah.
And so then Heather gets, you know, the microphone and says something, and, you know, we've had our issues, but we've always, like, from the second we met, we connected, and like Tamara's face was like
rolling her eyes.
Crazy. Somewhere else. We're all full here. Yeah, it was really funny. She's going to be amazing on that show.
Yeah, I'm excited for OC this season because of her. I love Tamara. I've always loved Tamara, and I was so bummed when they fired her. But yeah, I'm excited for part 3 of Beverly Hills Reunion. It's all anybody really wants. We want to see the Kathy and Lisa of it all.
I know. I was
it's all bullshit up until then, but I still love watching it. But yeah, I'm excited to dive into that.
Yeah, and it was funny. The only thing that I found really interesting in that is that when they took a break and Lisa's walking around, I'll have to just tell the truth. I tell the truth. I'm just going to tell the truth. Just going to tell the truth.
It's like she's trying to convince herself to tell the truth.
Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it was funny.
Okay. We're skipping quiz this week again because we have so many questions that people asked, and I just want to like kind of not rapid fire them because some are a little more deep, but I'll start with the easy, quick ones. Okay. What is your ethnic heritage in the Cuban melting pot? Mama Anna said her mom was Asian.
Yeah. So my mother is, my mom's dad was 100% Cantonese. My mother's mother was from Seville, Spain, but she really kind of, I don't know, appropriated is not embraced the Asian culture in Cuba and just became very Asian ethnocentric. You know what I mean? She wanted all her children to marry, people from the Asian community. So all my cousins are Asian, and all my aunts and uncles, they all married, except my mother married a tall blonde Spaniard. So my dad was from, his family was from Spain, from Valencia. And so yeah, I'm a mutt,
Chinese
but you're
Cuban.
more of a mutt.
I'm more of a mutt because on my dad's side, it's not Lebanese. Isn't it Pakistani?
Your grandmother on your father's side loves to say we're Palestinian.
Oh, Palestinian.
There's a big difference between Palestinian and Pakistan. They're Lebanese.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm Lebanese, Chinese, Cuban.
Right.
So yeah, we're
Lola.
And Lola.
What is Lola?
Lola is
Irish.
Cuban, Chinese, Lebanese, Irish, Italian.
Wow.
Yeah. But she's white passing.
Yeah.
Like the
totally.
whitest white passing. Holy shit.
Yeah, totally.
She's gonna burn in the sun. Okay. Does your mom have a boyfriend now? She is so beautiful. Hard eyes.
Oh, that's so nice. I do.
She does. And she has for a long time. So shut up, guys. Back off. Did you grow up speaking Spanish? I think this one's for me. Yes. My first language, shockingly enough, was Spanish. And then I learned English, and now I can't speak Spanish. Moving on.
You speak Spanish pretty well. When we called your grandmother this week, you were good.
Okay, thanks. Let's see. Oh, this one's a little deep, but we'll get into it. Chanel Gonzalez. We love Chanel Gonzalez.
Love her.
She said, don't know if this is too much to discuss for the viewer question, but I have been dealing a lot with body dysmorphia recently, and it's something I never experienced, but I know you mention it a lot in the podcast. How do you deal with it? Mine is getting so bad that I literally went to try on pants at Aritzia and grabbed pants that were 2 sizes too big, and I was in denial. I literally told the sales associate if the pants ran big. She said no, and in that moment, I was like, oh shit, I'm really blind. I don't know.
Yeah. Have you seen her?
She looks incredible.
She looks incredible. Like unreal.
I did message her back and we talked for a second, but I think that's the hardest thing is when you lose weight, but you're still stuck in the mindset of seeing something that you've seen for so long, like you've been working on yourself. You're really proud of how far you've come in your body journey and
she doesn't see what we see. She doesn't. That's what that is.
That's body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
It's impossibly hard. And I just think you just have to keep like working at it and just literally
reminding yourself.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I look amazing. And honestly, it doesn't matter what's in the mirror. It's if you're like, I'm going to this Pilates class and you finish the Pilates class and you're like, I feel so good about myself because I did this thing for myself, and then move on from it. You know what I mean? Because that buildup of like, I keep doing this thing that's good for my body, that's good for my mental health.
I would say that she needs to focus on things out. I think that I don't know this for sure, but I talk to her a lot too, or, whenever we text and stuff. And I think that she needs to shift her focus to other things that, she's already accomplished this. Check mark, done. You look amazing.
Yeah.
You've created, she's a runner. She's a Pilates person. She's not ever going to change that. She does it. Now let's focus on other things because she's smart and has so many other ways that she can evolve. And I think if she starts focusing on other things and growing in other parts of herself, because we're multifaceted, then she won't focus that much on that. And even if she gained 5 pounds, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
That's the thing. It's like, don't waste your energy on something that you're already putting so much energy towards. Like you're wasting it away.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. This one's for me. Was it hard to leave Miami, your friends and family? How did you get through that transition? No,
not at all. I mean,
to be
fair,
they
should have asked me that question.
I had lived in Miami till I was 22 years old. I went to school in Miami, like college in Miami, and lived at home Like most people don't do that. Like you go away to college and then you come home and you have this sense of missing. I never had that. So I was so desperate to leave. So there wasn't a hard transition for me to be like,
are you blaming me for not letting you go away to college?
100%.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, mommy.
So when Lola's 18 and she has a crazy toxic boyfriend that lies in front of a car, okay, would you let her go away to school, or would you want to protect her and keep her around?
I would protect her, longer? But not by controlling her. Okay.
It's not about controlling her. We had to control him.
Okay.
I'm right.
I'm just saying, for everybody
you got sick of us. You got sick of us because
the inside baseball of it all was I wasn't even allowed to apply to schools outside of Florida because my mom would not let me leave because I had a toxic boyfriend.
Kathy could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, but do you know how unfair it is that I couldn't apply to a school that
because
I will never know if I would have gone into freaking Emerson? You know,
you wouldn't have.
Okay.
Emerson, you would have. Yeah. I thought you were going to say like an Ivy.
So, no, I'm self-aware. Okay.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I loved UM. It was a great experience. So it ended up working out, but it took me a long time to recover from that with you. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. I kept you alive.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Yeah. All that to say, no, the transition was not hard. Is Beva a real name or a nickname? No, it's a nickname. My real name is Katrina. And my sister couldn't say baby when she was little. She said Beba. And no one's really ever called me anything else since then.
Well, we tried to go back to Katrina, and then Hurricane Katrina happened. And you associated the name with so much tragedy, which it was horrible.
Yeah.
And then you really didn't want to go back to the name.
And then I went hardcore on the Beva of it all. Plus it's like
you're a
Beva suits me so much more than Katrina. Katrina's not me. Who's that?
No.
Not me.
No, I agree.
Do you have a family Halloween costume ready? No. I mean, Lola has a Halloween costume ready, but I'm like, I was telling Kathy this, like my mom, when we were growing up, was not like a costume dresser person.
I would wear like a t-shirt or something. Right.
She'd wear like a tight ass pair of jeans and a freaking pumpkin t-shirt. And she looked great, you know? And that's the kind of mom I'm going to be. I hate, first of all, if you need to know something about Beva, she hates Halloween with the fire of 1,000 suns.
And it's
I hate
weird
Halloween.
Because I loved Halloween, and Halloween was always so much fun at our house.
It was, but I think it's like the spookiness of it. I don't like to be scared. I go on walks with John Liam in the middle of the day and people's Halloween decorations, I'll go, ah! And John Liam's like, that didn't scare you. I'm like,
yes, remember when you wanted to have a Halloween wedding?
No, I wanted to have Dia de los Muertos, which is a colorful
and that's not scary.
Beautiful. No, that's different. I'm talking about people who put like crazy stuff outside of their lawn to like scare you. I love a little tissue ghost hanging from a tree. You know?
Got it.
I like the Frankenstein that's cute, cartoony that you
remember
used to put out
on our.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
that was adorable. But like now as an adult, I'm just like, I'm not interested in dressing up slutty anymore. No. I mean, sort of. I'm not completely, listen, I'm not hanging the towel yet, but I'm just not interested. So I'm going to wear tight ass jeans and a cute Halloween shirt, and Lola's going to be Snow White.
Perfect. I love it.
And the last question I have, these are all for me. Sorry. I have a lot of fans. Are you enjoying motherhood? Now I am. Yeah. Before it was difícil, pero ahora sí.
But when? Like, I don't know. You took to it right away.
Because it was hard. Because it's hard.
It's hard.
Exhausting and draining and hard. But it's gotten easier the more that she sleeps. I'm a better mom when I am rested. That is what I've noticed. So if Lola wakes up 5 times in the night, that day, I'm not an amazing mom. I'm just like exhausted. I'm not playing with her.
Can you give me an example what not an amazing mom is?
I just don't play with her as much. I'm not like like I'm not doing like stupid little things with her. I'm just kind of like wake window, nap, wake window, nap, feed, nap, wake window,
change.
It's literally like
feed.
You're not going to college of the boyfriend that you. It's crazy. Anyways. Well, that's all I have. That was all the questions.
Right.
I wanted to rapid fire.
Next time, ask some more questions about me. I have a lot to say.
I know she's got a lot to say. Okay, guys, thanks for listening.
All right, thanks for listening. Rate, subscribe.
Yes, rate, subscribe. Watch us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Mommy Issues the Pod. Follow me at @Beba_Rod.
And me at Anna Cooks, ANAQOOKS. And are you going to start posting more stuff?
Mommy, have you been posting? I post every single day.
But no, I'm not talking. I'm talking about in feed post.
Oh yeah. But like, you know that's like not that cool.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. So I like to do what's it called? Like the swipey swipes, like a bunch of photos in one grid post. No.
Oh, you like to do
like like multiple photos in one grid post. So I have like 8 photos
like
that I'm
like photo dump.
Yes, a photo dump. I'm ready to fire off. I just need like 2 more like really good ones, and then I'm gonna post them. Okay.
I take great pictures of Lola when we FaceTime.
No, I know. Well, they can't all be of Lola. I have so many of Lola. Honestly, I need like a really good one of me, like a hot photo.
Do it. Do it. We'll take them when we go to Harry Styles.
Perfect. Great. Right. Okay, guys.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.